At this time, I would like to draw everyone's attention into this command line computing exercise. For homework, I would encourage you to read this guide from Mozilla talking about the command line. But in this exercise, I am guiding you through the most common commands that you'll be using. First, we need to open up the command line application where we'll be entering these commands. So if you have a Mac, you already have the terminal installed. So find the terminal application from your applications folder on Mac. On a Mac, I like to do a application find by doing a shortcut like Command Space to go search. Spotlight search on Mac with Command Space, and then typing the name of the app in the search, like terminal, and then just pressing enter. All right. Windows users, I would like for you to use a program called Git Bash, which you'll need to install. So on Windows, if you've already installed Git Bash, please take a moment to bring up Git Bash. All right, so like the first command here is like, who am I? So if we type who am I and then enter, it'll tell you your computer's username. All right, great. We don't generally use who am I unless you're logging into a remote server. You can check what user you're logged in as. But it does allow me to bring up a point of you have a username here on your computer. And by default, when you open up the terminal, you will be in your user's home folder. So the thing that we'll do most commonly with the terminal is to navigate the file system. Move to this directory or move to this folder. And then once we move there, we'll have to be able to know where we are. So this pwd command allows us to ask, well, where are we right now? What is our present working directory? So pwd, enter. Oh, you're in your home folder by default. On a Mac, that's going to be /user/your username. On Windows, it's going to be like C:\user is your username, something like that. Regardless of which operating system you are using, the tilde represents your home folder. The tilde is a shortcut for your home folder. User/your username. So we'll use the tilde in a moment. After we know where we are, we can ask, well, what files are here in this place? So pwd, where are we? But then ls will help us list all the files and folders in this place. So what files and folders exist in my home folder? Let's check it out. Desktop, documents, downloads. So generally, your desktop exists in your home folder. We'll say that your desktop is a child directory of your home folder. If we want to navigate to the desktop, we'll use a cd command. Like this one, cd tilde \D for desktop. Remember, the tilde represents your home folder. So really, cd tilde/desktop means cd/user/your username/desktop. But the tilde is a shortcut. When we navigate the file system, we can do it two ways, using what's known as an absolute reference to where we want to go. The absolute reference will work no matter where you are right now. We're going to say, you want to go to that place exactly, and it will work no matter where we are. So this first cd command is an absolute file path reference. When we say cd \desktop, that's saying, hey, go navigate to the desktop, which is in our home folder. Now, pwd will verify. Where are we now? Okay, now we're on the desktop. So as you can see, we're using the command line to navigate to different places on the computer. That's most of what we'll be doing from the command line. Here we used an absolute file path reference, which will work no matter where we are. However, if we were back on our home folder, we can use a relative file path reference to any child directory that exists wherever we are right now. So if we're in our home folder, we can always navigate to the desktop using a relative path. There we just say CD and then some path that exists relative to where we are right now. We don't have to give the whole path starting up to where we are. We just give the rest of something relative to where we are. So right now we're in the home folder. If we want to navigate to the desktop, we'll just say CD space desktop. Let me give you a recommendation about how to be completing these file paths that you're navigating to. Use the tab button to auto-complete a file path. It'll help save you time. So here I'm trying to use a relative reference CD to the desktop. I started typing DESK. Now I'm just going to press tab to auto-complete that path. And so this could make sure that you're not messing up the path. It can also verify that that folder actually is there, and it can save you time. So use tab to autocomplete some of these file paths. There we gave a relative reference to the desktop only because we were in the home folder. Now, where are we? PWD, desktop. Okay, great. All right, so that was a very brief introduction into using the command line. And there are many more commands, including creating files, moving them around, and stuff like that. So I would like for you to just tackle the rest of this exercise for homework, practicing using the command line and familiarizing yourself with some of the more popular commands. I will leave you by showing you a really fun command, but it's only for Mac. So at the bottom, you'll see some further exploration optional commands. Some of them are Mac only, like making your computer talk using the say command.
Hello, I am your computer. Let's be friends.
All right. So there's a say command on Mac that could be fun.